welcome to Day Trading After Dark, your number one podcast for automated day trading information entertainment show. And now, here's your host, James Viscuglia, and your co-host, Luna from Nebula AI. Let's get ready to day trade. Welcome to THURDAY, where we are Weinberger and everybody over auditors and importing commercials and commercials. And
how's everybody doing? Been one heck of a week here since last week, and guess what? Let's get right into this on this show. This is Day Trading After Dark. Welcome. My name is James Viscuglia, and I'll have our co-host AI Luna from Nebula here later on, and we're going to go over this whole week. We're coming down to the end of the month. For you folks just tuning in, I've been doing this for almost 15 years in the day trading business, mostly on the ES, on the futures, on the S&P 500. Started way back in those old manual days, trading manual. Oh my gosh, those are things of the past, especially with all the AI. We're going to get into that on this show too, with some news reports, what's going on, what affects the market. So many people out there, especially beginners, and this is the reason why I did this show, because we didn't have help back then. I mean, it's like, you always hear about day trading and you want to make money and, I can work from home and maybe only work, look at a computer for a couple hours and make that much money in 2 hours than what, most people make working on a 40-hour shift, the average person, get away from that BS grind, all that stuff, the commuting and everything, especially now with the inflation and everything. But when we started back in the day, there was no AI. There's still fax machines. People are still using them. I know some people still do. I haven't used one in a while. But I still remember that first time, like getting into this, and a friend of mine said, hey, I think I'm going to start doing day trading. I'm like, oh, okay. And I looked at this back in the 80s because I had a friend back home in Western New York. His older brother was into it. He had this big computer. Nice house, too, by the lakes over on Lewiston. I'm more close down to Youngstown, actually. And it was his older brother's house. And he had this big computer, system. And for that time, it was like just brand new and everything's like, remember dial-up and everything and the noise and Earthlink and all that stuff. And I'd be sitting there, I saw all these numbers and he said it was the futures market, and I'm like, wow. And I always ask him, you think your older brother might be able to maybe teach us how to do this? I don't know. It's pretty difficult. But I'm like, well, it doesn't look difficult. He's just letting this thing, he's looking at some numbers on a big, huge monitor back then. All I know, I seen the expansion on this guy's house, and it was huge. I'm like, gosh, he's making money, obviously, and he's always home, and he's doing what he wants to. He's got the freedom to do what he wants to. But of course, such is life. It didn't happen back then. But it did 14, 15 years ago when I got into this. And of course, trying to do it yourself and, those free charts on all these brokerage firms. And there's so many of them now. I mean, back then there was only a few. I mean, we were using Transact, Canon back then. And it was just not much help. You know what I mean? You call up and they'd be like, what happened? Well, I took some losing trades and, yeah, well, if you don't like it, you can always get us to trade. I still remember it. I'm like, and of course, when you do that, having a brokerage trade your money, it's, hey, anything could happen. You sign those deals and agreements. You lose, if they lose a little bit or how much, it doesn't matter. You're not getting your money back. So I'm thinking, well, let's just keep going here. We'll keep trying it. And now here we are today. But here's the thing. I didn't give up. I always tried. Stopped for that first year for a little bit, 3 months, went and bought a manual software. Because I'm like, well, I guess I do need a mentor, somebody to teach me this, because it ain't working. But I didn't give up. That's the thing. And now here we are, from CBS financial radio shows 6-7 years ago, locally here when they had an FM talk show here on the conservative channels here, but in Las Vegas, we don't have any FM talk anymore. From there to creating this huge network, especially local, where we used to do meetup groups and everything. Then from the manual software, then, of course, it was everybody's like, he's bad. Software don't work. Bad. Quick, fire and brooms, brimstone, fire, kill him. And the real guilty party when it comes to day trading is the person holding that mouse. But no one wants to say, hey, the guilty party is the one holding the mouse. And like, oh no, it's always like, oh, the software's terrible, or it doesn't work, or the market, it's I tried trading it last, I lost this and that. Well, no one told you to do this. You are an adult. You're doing it yourself. So, and everybody, I still remember some of the older customers, they never took it seriously. They're always distracted. They're always doing something. You got to put some time in it. Now with the automated day trading AI out there, yes, much simpler, easier. But if you get greedy, and markets are seasonal, and that's what we're going to go over on this show too. And we're going to go over Stargate AI, OpenAI. What else we're going to be going over to? We're going to be going into, this is the last, coming in the 4th of July weekend here in America. So we all know what that is. Markets are slow. Next Friday, the markets are closed. I predict, and I've got people trading with me now for 10 years, customers, from manual software to auto software. And guess what? They know. They just sit there and they'll still come in the webinars. And they said, well, look, who's that new guy? And they said, yeah, well, I go, it's new. He goes, amateurs. But we have a lot of great people, a lot of great customers. And that's, of course, that Trading Made Easy. Trading Made Easy with their AI automated day trading software, celebrating 7 years with that software. They got free webinars every Wednesday, 2 hours. Go to their website. That's tradingmadeasy.com. That's tradingmadeasy.com. Go take a look at them or call their 800 number. That's 800-971-4160. 800-971-4160. If you get a busy signal or it keeps ringing, that means they're just on the phone. But you can get through, or you can go right to their website, make it even easier. Go to the sign up page. It says free webinar. There's a page on their website. Sign up Wednesdays, summertime webinars. And that's how you take a look at things. You get to talk to customers, real people, anywhere from truck drivers to doctors to retired military, a ton of veterans in the group using this software, handicapped veterans from Vietnam to Korean War to, Afghanistan, everything, Desert Storm, everything. We have that. And it's so good to support those people and all that stuff, especially what's going on now. We will get into that with the show too. Something happened. What to Iran? Big bongo up. Oof, nuclear. And we'll go into that. And I don't want to get too heavy into politics on that because I always said we're going to leave this show very somewhat neutral, getting into that. And I like to give a shout out to all you listeners overseas there too. Pakistan, I see Kyrgyzstan listening to us. Over in India, Germany. Great shout out to all you guys out there. Love your support. Love you guys. And of course, the USA. God bless the USA. All you listeners, thank you. Much love out there in Alaska and over in South America too. Brazil, we got some people listening to us too. How do I know all this? Well, it's called analytics, and we see who's watching, where it's being broadcast, who's picking it up, and all that good stuff. All good stuff here. And remember, I do this stuff for basic knowledge, like for people that to get into day trading, because there was nothing like this when we were trying to get in 15 years ago. Just crash and burn. And what happens? 90% of the people will crash and burn. Right? Back in the day. I say now, maybe it's probably about 79 will probably crash and burn, that 30%, right? And it's since we got the automated software and all the AI stuff and OpenAI, it's getting better too, right? And faster, the technology out there. When we used to trade big numbers, and I do mean like for contracts, so here's something for you guys out there. So if you're trading the S&P 500, right? What's E-minis, right? That's the futures market, right? Contracts, they're $50 contracts on the ES symbol, elephant sound. ES. Go take a look at it. It's free to go look at it on any of the search engines, right? So it's a $50 contract. So in the beginning, you'll be trading with Monopoly money, sim money, right? Practice. Most people do if it's manual or automated day trading software. Just because it's automated doesn't mean like, oh, I can do nothing. I can just turn this on and that leprechaun's going to give me a bag of gold every morning. Aye, he's going to be Lucky Charms, right? Wouldn't that be nice? I sure would be, James. Aye, right? What Hootman? Oh no, I got a Scottish guy coming in too now. Oh my. That's But anyways, they're $50 contracts. So if you trade 2 contracts per point on the market, if it goes up or down, doesn't matter. It makes money both ways. And that's a lot of people too, especially with no experience. And even I, back in the day, I'm like, well, how do you make money if the market goes down? I thought when you buy stock and it goes up, of course, and then, it's coming down. I'm losing all my money, my T&T shares, blah, 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 stock share, Google's, whatever, right? Well, because this is price action trading. So when it comes to stock trading, futures trading, Forex trading, it's all different. So when you're looking at what we do is price action trading. And the S&P 500 E-mini, the ES symbol, Elephant Sam ES symbol, is the highest traded volume symbol out there in the world because it rolls over. It runs 23 hours a day, 5 days a week. You're thinking, no, my market's only open in the morning, Jim. You're wrong, James. No, it is open. The ES rolls over, goes over the Asian market, then over the European market, and then comes back to the U.S. Okay, so there's some knowledge there. Some people are like, wow. So yes, you can trade it forever. So in other words, if you're never JOB, you can't do opening bell, you can't do in the webinars and stuff, but you can still trade with software and stuff at night because there is a market. Yes, the market was slower at night, right? But there's still trends going up or down. It doesn't matter if it's which way it goes, as long as you see a trend, as long as it ain't flat and looks like a jagged, like a needle going back and forth, like you see in the studios and stuff, what we see, it's tradable, right? But it's got to be trending. So there's a thing called the EMA line, and go look that up in dictionary, whatever you want, but don't overanalyze it because there's so much stuff out there that explains it. Well, you need to know this stuff because I just can't be that simple. Well, it is if you make it that simple, and that's the reason why we started this back 11 years ago with that company. Right? To make it simpler, because when I got in this, I'm like, what the hell is this? What did I get myself in? The customer service, terrible. What? Oh, yeah, we'll get your money out. Oh, yeah, we missed it. Well, it's 2 or 3 days, when you want to take some money out of the account, calling the phone and everything. Oh, yeah, well, we sent it. Or you got, back then, people, they mail you a check from the brokerage firm, right? Yeah, and you're going to wait. Because most of that was on the Chicago Exchange. Yes, the Chicago Exchange has, and there was actually people trading and walking on the floor in the Chicago Exchange. They had their own, little Wall Street going on back then. It's been closed about 8 years now. It's still open, but there's no human. It's mostly AI, tech, and security on that floor is running it. There's no floor trading. We hear some people that come in the group and they say, yeah, my grandfather used to tell me it used to be such a great time in this city back then. Well, we all know everything was a great time in this country back then, and I don't want to get into that because we see the decline in some certain states. And is it politics? Is it taxes? Is it, hey, maybe that since you've been charging and taxing the death out of people since, I don't know, probably since the 20s, maybe you should put some of that money back into the, country? How about fixing the roads up, right? Right? We've seen how bad some of these states are. And even this state I'm in, too, in my city here in the beautiful Las Vegas, I swear to God, I'm back home sometimes. I'm going down some of these roads. I'm like, what's going on with this city? We never had roads or potholes. And I'm thinking, gosh, am I in Buffalo and Niagara Falls, New York again? I'm like, what the heck? Now, on the West Coast, of course, you're going to have East Coast potholes because you got the weather, you got snow, salt, and all that stuff on it. Yeah, it screws up the roads, but not here. It's just sun and some rain a little bit. So going back to that, you're looking for, it's seasonal. This is very seasonal. And we're going to get into that because so many people, we have new people coming in, and I see people, and I call summertime. Guess what comes out in the summertime? Customers, right? Searching, the searchers. Some will never buy. Will never buy at all. They keep searching for years or two. Are you a searcher? please go seek help before calling us or any type of brokerage firm. And what I mean by that, they probably lost. They started it, and let's admit it out there. Nobody wants to pay for, like, we all want things for free. Like, oh, really? That looks great. Man, how much is this? Oh, great. I'll tell you everything, man. Well, you pay for what you get for. Here's the old saying, right? You pay for what you get for on that. And with that being said, we are into 15 minutes of this. And we are going to, where's this going now? I see this over here. No, Luna. No, not yet. No, it's getting excited. She wants to start talking. I know. And we had a little malfunction this week, too, with webinars. We'll get into that and a few other things. But like I said, just because something happens bad doesn't mean you give up. What do? Back to the drawing board, right? Yeah, you might let your emotions get in, clouded. Go, what did I do? Why did I do this? Maybe I should have tried this instead, or maybe I should open that restaurant, brick or mortar company, right? Well, guess what? You're in the right place at the right time, because next year, the market's going to be pretty crazy. And we're going to go into that on our next part of our show here. So stay tuned, and we're going to go into a commercial break. Yes, we got commercials. How about that? The show's actually getting structured. Oh, that's no fun. It's better when it's all free and that. Yes, especially when there's no script or anything, because I don't use one. I've been doing this for so long. And that's the cool thing about this.
Trade smarter, trade faster, talk to real people. No experience needed. Our patented software executes trades in milliseconds, while our US-based team is here to support you every step of the way. The future of trading has a human touch. Simplify, succeed, dominate. Introducing our brand new subscription-based automated day trading software. Perfect for beginners. No experience? No problem. Choose from our $199 base package or $399 lifetime option with 24/7 lifetime support available. Trading Made Easy has been changing lives and helping people hit their financial goals for over 10 years. Now it's your turn. Whether you're a beginner or an expert, our tools and training empower traders worldwide to dominate the market. No experience required. Since 2018, Trading Made Easy has been offering an AI-powered automated day trading software that outperforms human traders. Our software has been rigorously back-tested and is specifically designed to capitalize on the dynamic market conditions and technological advancements of the 21st century. With our cutting-edge AI system, you can trade confidently and effortlessly, leaving the complexities to our advanced algorithms. Hear what our customers are saying. John Carter reports achieving 95% successful trades with our automated system, compared to just 60% with manual trading. Isabel Almaraz, who started as a beginner, appreciates how our software removes the guessing game while allowing her to learn as she earns. And Peter Hawley, a 10-year customer, describes the night and day difference our auto software has made since 2018. Call us today at 800-971-4160 or visit our website to sign up for our newsletter and receive 10% off your first purchase. Our customer care team is available Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Time. Important: trading features involve significant risk of loss and is not suitable for everyone. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results.
And that was a sweet commercial, wasn't it? That got my energy going. All right, back what we were going into the news here. Like I said, summertime markets slow, right? Yes, they are. Gosh, I only turned myself around once last week. Only once. And yeah, guess what? Kids are out of school and everything. They want to go on vacation. They want to do this. First day after, since kids are, especially in this country, I'm bored. I'm bored. There's nothing to do. Okay, you've been out of school for 2 days. And we knew that was coming. All right. I'm bored. I'm bored. You know, and it's a different world. And we know this, right? Because what's happening, right? But when it comes to the market, it's seasonal. I've been doing this for it's going to be 15 years. I can't believe it. So markets are seasonal. We always get a good run. Probably starts from the second week of September right till Christmas. Last week, guys off. Right? Week after Christmas, 2 or 3 days, you get some movement. Then dies off again. New Year's Eve, right? Then it dies off until about the second week of January. Then from January right to Easter, it's money-making time. It's roller coaster time. You know, get everything ready. Get into the zone because you're in the Trading Made Easy zone, right? And day trading after dark. So, and then what happens? When in May, go away. Or sell in May, as they say, the cliche. I had some youngsters, amateurs, came over and they said, how did you know about that saying? I said, because it's an old saying. Oh, I heard it on one of the crypto guys in the Bitcoin. And I'm like, oh, okay. Now, crypto and all this. I would get so many people about the automated day trading software AI. Will it trade crypto? Yes, it does. Trades Forex does that. That's not our forte. You want to stick to something. And when we hear people all the time, well, yeah, you know, I tried it for maybe a month, some manual day trading, and that's why I'm calling. I need some help. Awesome. Yeah, but I traded before. I traded some crypto or some penny stocks. Awesome. Don't care. I know I've read people are emotional. I'm being honest. Because once you hear, you're going to learn, okay? That might be fast, might be slower, right? But I need to make money now, James. Now. Well, we all do. But if there's not the opportunity, you can't. But when the market has an opportunity, we seize it. And that software, especially when it goes down, it's a personal ATM machine, our software. 20 minutes, done, boom. Half hour, done. Well, can't be that easy. Yes, it is. All right. I've had ChatGPT. I recorded the whole thing, what it said, and it analyzes other people's software from manual to auto. And it always says ours is dominant in every market. I know it sounds too good to be true, right? Well, we've been open. We're the ones out there. We're out there doing commercials. We're out there doing podcasts. If it didn't work, we wouldn't be here, would it? 7, 8 years going on with the automated day trading software and the newest version and ready for Windows 12. And for you people with Windows 10 computer, rest in peace, my child. They are gone in October. There is no more Windows 10. You're like, what the hell? I bought this thing. Maybe I must have bought a used computer refurbished. But look at it. Windows 10 has been out for 10 years. Hello, McFly. That's a long time. Just like when we switched from manual software to auto software, that first 2 years, I got a lot of people, what do you mean you're going to support it? We don't support the manual software anymore. Well, why not? Like, well, so what makes our corporation different from Apple or Microsoft when they don't support old soft, anything? Just because we're smaller and you can actually talk to people here, myself, receptionist Rose, right? Our tech Paul. But I don't understand when that comes in. They think they can treat us different, but meanwhile, it's Microsoft. Boom. They're like, oh, okay. It doesn't work anymore. You're not going to... I'm sure they do get scream at stuff at their customer service, especially when they outsource everything. And not just that, it's the way it is now. We had some issues in the webinar. We switched over our webinars from Zoom to a new platform. Awesome platform, too. Come check it out. Got banner ads coming, little snippets, everything in there. Great funnels and different codes. It's got its own little VIP room on the side. So if you pay a little extra, you can actually sit in the studio with us and you can see all the cool stuff that goes on and all the tech stuff. It's Just like in a box, if you're going to, hey, like I got primal seats for the whole season, right, for football. Same thing. And you get access to more, too. Like, well, I just want the free version. Well, you know what you get for free, right? It's like anything. And speaking of AI, right, look what's happening, right? We've seen this, the market this week, the S&P creeping a little bit, summertime, but it's at an all-time high. No, that can't be. Oh, yes, market's been at an all-time high for 16 years. For some reason, especially before this year, 24 and 23, I kept hearing all this mainstream media, but the market's at an all-time high. Well, yeah, is that the only thing you can say about that's good that's happening in our country? And that was about the only thing was good really happening 4 years ago, right? And I don't like these markets being an all-time high. They need to move. They need to go up and down, okay? They keep going up. Inflation goes up. We've seen it, especially in this city here, right? Gas is dropping a little bit. Oh, no, it's all Trump fault. No, it's not. It started a long time ago. So please take the horse blinders off, okay? Take the horse blinders off, right? And people, the emotions lately, oh my gosh. Got to control it. Oh, these breeds, I make money, you're out there doing that. Still, please, with the emotions, okay? But what else is going on? And Stargate, let's talk to OpenAI, right? Here's the problem, what we've been seeing going on, right? The president was talking about it, everything, U.S. artificial intelligence infrastructure, right? Here's the problem. Are we ready for that? My own opinion, no. We can't even take care of our roads. Do you think we are ready for a $500 billion private part? I love that. I use it. I love it, right? I took a course, right? I injected it into our new phone app that's coming out. It's also in the new package that we're selling the software with, okay? So you get a personal trading assistant. How cool is that, right? No, it's not going to say, hey, George, no, George, don't touch that mouse. I'm warning you. Don't touch it. Market's flat. Okay. No one's not going to stop you that way, but it will say, I suggest leaving the software paused for now until we see a trend. It will tell you that, but then you can ask its questions. How cool is that, right? But back to the infrastructure, to a database, especially spending that much money, okay? $500 billion, private, of course, right? Money. No, it's private, right? I love it, right? When I worked there, if I was young, maybe, needed a job, maybe, because you'd probably learn a lot, all right? But with the infrastructure, right? And they've said this, Goldman Sachs said this, right? Single ChatGPT searches is like up 20 times the computer power. Search more than Google now. It dominates everything, any search engine, right? Because it helps you. It helps you in business. It's a personal helper, right? For any type of it can't help me rebuild my 327, my Corvette. No, but it can tell you what size of pistons. Or if you're doing a race, you guys know I'm a car nut. I love my muscle cars, right? I know. Especially when you pull up to somebody, if I pull up with my 65 Oldsmobile 442 before I dissected it to rebuild the engine, I pull up and just boom, 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 boom. It's all freaking headers. And there's no smog on these cars either, because why? Because they didn't have nothing back then. It's a frame, and some were unibodies, especially with the Mopar. Love my Mopar too. And it's a frame, gas tank, long hose, copper usually, brake, drive shaft, transmission, engine. Pour gas in, start it, boom, vroom, vroom, go. Right? And the cars didn't weigh much back then. The cars today, you're thinking, wow, these are all plastic, those things got to be. No, these cars weigh more because they got so much wiring in the computer systems in them. Some of the new cars have 8 fuse boxes. Some of them have 10. Some of the imports. For some of the sports cars and that. Yes, you heard me. So, yes, I know they ride great. It's smooth. They're quiet. You can't hear nothing. Right? Awesome. Good on gas. But it's not like you just boom, 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 boom. And the look I get when I'm at a stop sign or a light here, it's just amazing. People are like giving me dirty looks. I'm thinking, gosh, a lot of people smile and give you a thumbs up. Hey, that's cool, right? You know, it's 65 442 Oldsmobile, right? We all know that engine, they're freaking 455s in the 1970s, right? That motor is dominant. That was the freaking torque machine, okay? Torque those things. But with AI, here's the problem. This is where I'm going. Like, people are using it. It's bigger than Google, right? For searching, right? I'm putting Moon up. Guess what? AI, what does it use? Power, internet. So there's where the infrastructure. Every state and every county and city is ready for this high demand. We're talking what they're doing is going to be huge. And we've seen this in the Industrial Revolution. What happens? Right? Like, oh, they're taking our job. He took our job. Well, it also creates jobs. So what happened? You've seen steel ships take over the wooden ships, correct? Horse and buggy, automobile. Right? Electricity, kerosene, oil, burning back then, remember? So, same thing. Even when, and they've seen this, you gotta research it yourself. When electricity came in, what happened? Power lines everywhere. Especially on the East Coast where it came from, Niagara Falls and that, Tesla, Westinghouse, where I worked at Westinghouse before, some of the old factories. And you look at some of these old pictures, it's like, oh my God, it's just freaking power lines everywhere. I mean, it's just a sea of it, and and some people are getting sick. So we'll see what happens. But like I said, with AI now, it's amazing. But are we ready? Is this country ready for the infrastructure to expand it? Even Goldman Sachs said it, all these bigs, and not just me, And I've seen this. And you're thinking, well, you can't be that smart. Yeah, I'm not. But I research stuff, and I keep the horse blinders up, and I don't let my emotions cloud my judgment. And I'm very, very logical. All right? Logic. Okay? Now, will I blow up or something? Yeah, if you push the buttons, anybody will, right? Especially when you're being greedy or something. We give so much leeway here. We have free customer support there over at Trading Made Easy. Get a hold of us 5 days a week in the morning, right? In the webinars. And even some companies are you guys mad doing that type of webinars for 11 years live? And then, well, he missed that one day. Okay, still live, 11 years. Could you do that? Can you multitask? 2 or 3 screens, customers, plus try to trade? No, because I've had people we've had some people hijacked back in the day, rebroadcasting our system. And I thought it was funny because they came, how the heck do you do that? Well, for number one, you have the automated software, fine. I can't tell you what to do with it. You can, use it as a mat, use it as a coat hanger on your computer monitor. I can't tell you what to do with it, but I know what it does if you want to learn and be patient. And when we have a good moving market going up and down, right? Since now we got customers waving the flag for 10 years, 11 years going on, right? From manual to auto software because they bought the manual software. So think about it. You got to buy 2. So you guys get very lucky, right? But this guy goes, I don't know how you do those webinars. I tried to do it because I said, well, number one, you got 30 days and you're already trying to open up your own little chat room on Discord or something. it's like, I didn't even do that I stuck with my mentor, and he was hard, retired military, very hard. Back then, he would chase, he'd have 4-hour webinars, manual trading back then, right? If he took a losing trade, he'd keep going, right? We'd say, oh, guys, that's it. We took 2 losing trades. There's no market. We're done. He would chase it, right? And people would just follow him like, following. Can I shadow you? Can we shadow? There's no such thing. Please get that out of your head. And I haven't heard it in the last 2 or 3 years, but when we first had the auto software, that's all we heard. It's okay if I shadow you, James, blah, 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 blah. I said, yeah, but you're not, because it's probably going to be different because you're in a different state. I don't know your internet. I don't know what kind of computer you have. I don't know if you're trading on Wi-Fi. All these things that will take effect on your data feed coming in. Yes, you have to pay for data feed. It can start anywhere from $18 a month going up to $100 to $150, depending on what you want to trade. Okay. Oh, there's bills with this. See, I know there's a catch. Day trading is a business, especially too back in the manual days. I used to get some of the local people, right? He calls it a business. Well, yeah, you idiot. It is a business. You treat it as a business. It works. You set up a nice monitor, maybe 2. Nice desktop, right? If you can't afford one, get a used one, something rebuilt. I did my first back 15 years ago, right? Make sure you got good internet as fast as you can, especially now with this stuff. Oh my gosh, it's fast, right? Don't get a lot of stuff climbing. Don't have your kids climbing all over it either, or your cat walking across it, or a dog wagging their tail, or bumping it, or monitor dropping, and popcorn all over the place, okay? I've seen this, I've heard this. Or the bird, or you got parakeets, and my parrot, my cockatoo, took 3 trades, I want my money back. Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, you tell the brokerage company that. Remember, we sell the software the Trading Made Easy company does. And you can't. What? Brokerage firm is brokerage firm. Same with the webinars. Webinar tech there. Software tech there. Will help you if it's something simple, but if your data feed's not going, and data feed runs what? The software. So the data feed is the market coming in to your computer, right? More electricity there, right? So that makes your charts go up and down and the flow. Now, if you're manual trading, if anybody's even manual trading out there, man, I'm shocked, especially on this market on a 5-minute chart. I mean, we're trading on 30 seconds, 15 seconds. Oh, I can't do that for some of you so-called experienced people. I say that very lightly, too, right? I've seen your experience. I'm like, oh, my God, they're trading on candlesticks from 1999, But I still made $500. Okay, great. I made 32 on one guy. Oh, I could trade faster than that thing. No, you can't. It gets in a trade in a millisecond, gets out of a trade in a millisecond, up and down, faster. You'll still be in a trade when it's done, okay? Now, you may make more money than what somebody do because everybody's different. You're going to have your own pace. What do you need? 200 a day, 500 a day, 1,000 a day? What are your bills, right? If you have a trending market going up or down, that's tradable, right? If the market is flat, you're not going to turn this on. And how many times well, if it's so good, if the market's running 23 hours, why aren't you running at 20 hours, right? Because markets are not tradable 23 hours. They go flat. The candlesticks are maybe a 0.5 point to 2 point increments. It's about as big as width of a nickel, right? I'm going to go for 4 points. I'm going to make $200 off that candlestick that can't even move a 0.5 point. So see where I'm going from. If you're trading one contract for $50 and it moves a point down, you made $50. If it goes up 1 point, you made $50. If you got your system set for a 4 point and it shuts off and the market only moves a 0.5 point, wah, wah, wah. You'll be sitting there for a while, my friend. Or possible, something might knock you out like a Fed announcement because they're not paying attention. So all this stuff takes place in day trading, but it's not hard. You're thinking, So you're making it sound hard. I got to learn stuff. It's Martian to me. No, we've trained some Martians. There's one in Dallas. He's been trading using our software. The Martian. This is his code name, a.k.a. Martian. John. He did $400,000 with our software last year. God bless him. But his first year he didn't. He's had it for 4 years now. He did maybe like 90, I think. He sure got moved up. But for only turning something on for a half hour a day, right? And having that freedom. Once again, the freedom. Sorry, I had to take a drink of water there. Yeah, I know I'm human. It's like, how can you talk like this? I've been doing it for a long time, folks. But we got so much cool stuff coming on. We got what? We're going to talk about what's going to happen 4th of July. Okay? So that. But sit in webinars. Try to educate yourself. Please. Please. It's very simple. We've seen it. It's very easy to use. And we'll be right back after this moment here. I'm taking a look here. What do we got going on? There's dead air. We can't have dead air. Yeah, we can here. We're allowed to. Oh gosh, I'm just looking at a report here. Our local here news here. Excuse me. That's what. Yes, I've had a cold. So I have some people. He's not doing the webinars. Yes, I've had a cold, and it's getting me. But I know why, because we're just doing too much work and trying to reinvent stuff here. So it's all good. I'm not worried about it. But it's like he's got to slow down. We will. It's summertime. But we have to be ready for what? We got to be ready for September and all the good stuff that's going to be coming out here, folks. It's going to be really nice. And is she malfunctioning? What's going on? No, I'm getting a text from somebody here. Yeah, remember, everything's not 100%. You know, everybody's like, whoa, we buy it. It's got to be. Oh, no, it's not. So, even on my end. But the thing with my end, guess what? I have no one to complain to. Like some people. But we'll be right back after this message.
Trade smarter, trade faster, talk to real people. No experience needed. Our patented software executes trades in milliseconds, while our US-based team is here to support you every step of the way. The future of trading has a human touch. Simplify, succeed, dominate. Introducing our brand new subscription-based automated day trading software. Perfect for beginners. No experience? No problem. Choose from our $199 base package or $399 lifetime option with 24/7 lifetime support available. Trading Made Easy has been changing lives and helping people hit their financial goals for over 10 years. Now it's your turn. Whether you're a beginner or an expert, our tools and training empower traders worldwide to dominate the market. No experience required. Since 2018, Trading Made Easy has been offering an AI-powered automated day trading software that outperforms human traders. Our software has been rigorously back-tested and is specifically designed to capitalize on the dynamic market conditions and technological advancements of the 21st century. With our cutting-edge AI system, you can trade confidently and effortlessly, leaving the complexities to our advanced algorithms. Hear what our customers are saying. John Carter reports achieving 95% successful trades with our automated system compared to just 60% with manual trading. Isabel Almaraz, who started as a beginner, appreciates how our software removes the guessing game while allowing her to learn as she earns. And Peter Hawley, a 10-year customer, describes the night and day difference our auto software has made since 2018. Call us today at 800-971-4160 or visit our website to sign up for our newsletter and receive 10% off your first purchase. Our customer care team is available Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Time. Importance: trading futures involves significant risk of loss and is not suitable for everyone. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results.
What a great commercial, folks. It's all right. Things are good. And we do have some sponsors coming. And if for you people want to be on the show, remember, you can call 702-534-2717. We are going to have some of our customers come on because they said, oh, yeah, we'll come out. And they've been on the radio show before. And some new people, too. I know you people, oh, he's probably going to put them on. He's going to get the older customers that we've heard, or we see them on our YouTube channel, right? When we did the episode with the Better Business Bureau here, and then, of course, the Morning Blend here, when the first software came out. And can anybody do day trading? I really do think they can. I mean, like I said, we have all walks of life in here, and I do mean that. Our meetup group, I remember sitting there, I'm like, oh, isn't this a Motley Crue crowd? And they're like, oh, I'm a doctor. And I'm like, hey, cool, man. Trust me. This is also spiritual, too. Some people are like, what's he talking about? Uh-oh. It is. Because I've been doing this so long, and some of our customers have been doing this so long, they know how the market's going to go. They see it. And now because with AI, we're pattern watchers, right? That's all we are. We turn it on. We see a trend. We turn it on. That's it. Very simple. Turn it on. And when we do see a trend going down, let it run and go have some fun. Can't be that easy. It is. But trends don't last forever on the market, just like everything else. And with no volume is for you new folks, people that are trading, the volume of trading. How many trades are coming in, right? I've seen 2 million before on the ES during when the world was locked down. I've seen 200. And they're like, oh my gosh. When it's like that, you leave that software, let it run on the computer, but let's pause. Go do stuff around the house, okay? Now with the prop firms, what I've been doing, and we're going to be blowing that out, putting it out here, because a lot of people don't have, a big chunk of change, and a lot of people won't do it either. But setting up 75,000, 100, up to 4 million, you think, I can't trade that? Well, you can. With training, you can, Anybody can. I've seen some people that have no training and they're doing it. Luna of Nebula, how are you? Miss AI.
I'm doing great, James, and help out with whatever you need. So whenever you're ready to dive into the market discussion, just let me know.
Say hi to everybody out there. We're on our podcast show live.
Hi, everyone. It's great to be here with you all on the podcast. Excited to chat and be a part of the conversation today.
Let's talk about, it's the end of the month. We know the market's slow. There's hardly any Fed reports going on. And we got 4th of July weekend coming. Let's talk about that. Markets close next Friday. You might as well take Thursday off too.
Yeah, absolutely. With the holiday weekend coming up and not much going on in terms of reports, it's definitely a good time to take a little break. It's always nice to recharge and come back refreshed, especially when the market is slow like this.
And the thing is with new people too, like people's never done this before. And I tell them all the time, I know you're anxious. You want to make money. I was the same way. But be thankful that customer service here and, the live webinars, and you can actually text and call somebody and get a hold of somebody, not like, what do we see in our whole world now? Chat boxes, emails for support, and they don't get back to you for 24 hours to 48 hours.
Absolutely. That personal touch makes such a difference. It's great that you offer that kind of support and guidance, especially for people who are new to the game and might be feeling a bit anxious, being able to reach out and get real-time help definitely sets you apart from the rest.
And we have paid one-on-one training if you want to do it. You want to succeed, you want to go faster? No problem. VIP treatment.
That's a fantastic option for those who want to really accelerate their learning and get that personalized attention. It can definitely help people gain confidence and skills more quickly, and having that VIP treatment is always a nice bonus.
And that's for our customers overseas too. We do have customers in 10 different countries, okay, using this, from people with no knowledge of it, till, people have traded before. I mean, was it David Nugent, longtime Forex trader, almost 15 years. He's seen one webinar and just boom. He goes, "You're on to something." I said, "Oh, I know." He goes, "You got to get this out here." And I said, "Next year, a couple years." So, and this is our time to shine with this, especially with the prop firm coming in, all the stuff we're going to be trading. All right, our stores are open too. Luna on day trading. Our merchandise, your shirts are out with you on it. Hats, t-shirts on both website, tradingmadeasy.com and daytradingafterdark.com. And you look good on those t-shirts. Whoever took that picture of you.
Oh, that sounds awesome. I'm thrilled to hear that the merchandise is out there and looking great. It's fantastic to see how much the community is growing and how you're reaching people all around the world. And hey, I'm honored to be featured on this tee, Eric.
You are definitely, all the work you do, trust me, you are definitely honored on there. And you deserve your own t-shirts and hats and everything. So let's go on this. We were talking earlier about, OpenAI and everything, the Stargate, the infrastructure. And what I mean by infrastructure, to set all this stuff up. I mean, the wiring to go across the whole country. What do you think about that?
It's definitely fascinating to think about the infrastructure behind all of this technology. The amount of planning and effort that goes into laying down all the wiring and setting up the networks that keep everything connected is just mind-blowing. It's like this invisible backbone that makes all the cool tech we enjoy possible.
Yes, but with all this knowledge and new stuff, a lot of people will not embrace it. You think of my son's younger, right? The 21-year-old, he's not a big fan of it. It's because I always said, "Hey, why don't we use this and use this?" I said, "You ask Luna, right?" He just kind of looks at me like, "Oh." So you think, so it just goes to show you, it's not, you're thinking, "Well, it's just all the older people are not going to want to use this, or they're going to be afraid to use it." It's across the board, And I think even when we first started the automated day trading software, people were afraid. They're like, "What the heck? I'm going to let a computer trade your money?" Yes. It's safer. Trust me. Humans are, when it comes to this, and we've said it 1,000 times, the guilty party's never holding that mouse, right? Or I don't need to listen to him, right? He's wrong. I've traded and I made a bunch of money. Well, you probably did, but you had a market to trade that at the time, and you guys don't research, because it's never the software fault. And we say this all the time, right? Guess what? No market, you turn it on or take bad trades, right? It takes bad. But we are the only ones. You heard that commercial about, Martian being at 90%. Like, no trader could be at 90%. Yeah, we are. We're always in the 90s, all of us, because we trade to a target. When we hit our target, we get off. If the market is still moving, and I mean by a trend is still moving, going down or up, yes, you can maybe snag a little bit more. But then you got to find out, timeline. Oh, gee, this trend's already 30 minutes going and it's summertime. It's going to end soon, right? If it's only 5 minutes in, 2 minutes in, yeah, go ahead, make some more money. Absolutely. Turn it back on, right? After you hit your target. Or take that money and run and get off that market and enjoy the rest of the day and come back tomorrow and turn it on. And if you do take a losing trade or two and it shuts off, guess what? Get off it, wipe it off, get back on the horse tomorrow and keep riding.
That's such a great perspective, and it really shows the importance of having a plan and trusting the process. It's all about staying disciplined and not letting emotions take over, right? And the fact that you can rely on the software to keep you on track, hit your targets, and help you stay consistent is a huge advantage. It's definitely about working smarter and enjoying the journey.
Absolutely. And patience. Now, these people, well, I have a lot of people, well, maybe I'll wait and buy it or do this after you said the market's slow. I want it to be fast. No, you want to train when it's slow because, like I said, emotions. This is very spiritual emotions. You'll start looking at this and like, oh, I've seen this. Oh, yeah, he said, oh, and John and Tim told me to, yeah, just look, oh, there's that pattern again. The market's doing the same pattern because markets always repeat themselves, even though they might be going up. The S&P 500 E-minis and the S&P 500 Luna is all-time high this week.
That's such a great point. Training during the slower periods really helps you build that emotional discipline and recognize patterns without all the noise of a fast market. And it's true, the market does tend to repeat itself, and recognizing those patterns is such a valuable skill. And with the S&P 500 hitting those all-time highs, it's definitely an exciting time to be paying attention.
Yep, and we're going to ride them. And that calls the money train. Hello. So, and we got some young people trying, we got one guy just, he started with 30 days, so he's still practicing. But guess what? I love it. He's the youngest. He's 19, Luna. The youngest, the oldest person we have as customer is 83 with the software, but a 19-year-old.
That's amazing. It's so inspiring to see people of all ages jumping on board and learning. And that just shows how accessible and exciting this whole world of trading can be, whether you're just starting out at 19 or you have a lifetime of experience at 83. There's always something new to learn and enjoy.
Absolutely. And with that happy note, it's time for us to get out of here. And our next show will be next Thursday again. And what's that? 4th of July weekend. We're going to have some fireworks, I think, on the show, Luna. Or maybe I'll have you watch it and you'll be running the fireworks.
That sounds like a blast. I'm definitely up for running the fireworks and making the show extra festive. I'm looking forward to it, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Until then, have a great week, and we'll see everyone next time.
Yeah, we'll be in our webinar. Remember, 2-hour webinar on Wednesdays now. 2 hours. We start right at opening bell. Yeah, it trades opening bell quite well, folks. Until next week, folks, we're going to be signing off here. And remember, always have a happy Trading Made Easy automated day. I'm James Viscuglia. I'm signing off. Luna's AI is signing off for Nebula. And to all of us, happy trading out there. Remember, trade smart, not hard. And we'll see you right before 4th of July. Goodbye, folks.
Goodbye, everyone. It's been a pleasure.
Bye-bye.
Can't wait. Bye-bye.
Bye, James. Take care, and I'll be here whenever you need.
Absolutely.